The relationship between journalists and PR practitioners has been an emerging issue since World War I. Since I first started studying PR, the relationship between these fields have been interesting me. This has got me wonder, how early does journalist students form an opinion on PR? I asked 2 journalism students at the University of Stirling what their opinions were.
Well, personally, it's for us journalists, future journalists, it's kind of public relations. It's PR practitioners are usually seen as the enemy, I think, but they're also kind of useful.
Yeah, I think their view with skepticism, I think, is you're not 100% sure whether it's the truth or not.
Exactly,
you have to review it further to make sure it's the truth, because you tend to think there's an angle from a corporation or business.
Yeah, they might provide you with lots of good ideas as long as you use them correctly, I think. Just
you have to give them more depth.
Yeah,
to make sure that it's
exactly
it's objective. And it provides a lot of the news stories for papers online, and
there's this website called Journalism where you can go in and see how big parts of the news stories from the main papers are actually PR.
Yeah,
and it's quite a.
You can see how much they cut and paste.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah,
it's quite a lot. So I think it might be quite easy to be lazy and just cut and paste it.
Just always rely on the press releases. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm working quite a lot for a Norwegian newspaper, and we receive these press releases and stuff all the time, and calls from practitioners who want us to write about their companies or their organizations or whatever. But you always have to take into consideration what they actually want from you, and that's usually something quite biased.
He's quite objective actually, because he's been in the business for a long time. He knows the relationship, I think, really well.
Yeah, definitely.
So he makes sure that he doesn't portray it to just be this big evil organisation.
He tells us all the time that some of us are eventually going to be working in PR.
And that it pays better. So.
Yeah.
One lecture we had last year was by a guy who just slated PR for about an hour, just constantly, and he obviously didn't agree with their practice. So I've experienced that, yeah.
Yeah, that was not very balanced at all. It didn't seem like he actually thought about how many times he's probably used press releases and stuff, because that's it was so obvious. Yeah,
it
really was.
It didn't really work though, because it kind of made me feel a bit sorry for them, because they were just being portrayed as these villains, and there was no balance. So he was actually an objective.